Check two, check one. Check one, check two. Check one, check two, check one. Check one, check two, 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 check two, check one, check two. Peace, family, peace, family, peace, family. We are about to get started. We are about to get started, so could please everybody take your seats. I would like to continue the beginning of our event today, the beginning of our celebration, by saying Habari Gani. And when somebody says Habari Gani, your response should be the principle for the day. Today's principle is Nia. So Habari Gani actually means what's the news, or like what's up. So Habari Gani means what's the news, and on the 7 days of Kwanzaa, your response is the name of that day for Kwanzaa. Today's day is Nia. So I will say Habari Gani, and you guys will say Nia. Habari Gani! Nia. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. The procession is about to come in. Understanding that African culture has always grounded in community. And when we start looking at and understanding how community is the center of Kwanzaa as a celebration of life and celebration of the community, but also it's important for us to understand the Margaret Wade-Lewis Black History Cultural Center is grounded in the community. An aspect of that, our lifeblood, is not just community, but also those individuals that come to our events. We have a sign-in sheet. Names are important. All right, we need that. So we're going to pass around a sign-in sheet. Please sign the sign-in sheet. That helps us to grow. That helps us to amplify our impact. I'm going down the hallway. We'll be up here in a few minutes. Thank y'all so much.
With my mind, we welcome you. With our words, we welcome you. With our hearts, we welcome you. See, I have nothing up my sleeve. Funga alabia Would everyone please stand for the national anthem? Let every voice ring with the harmony of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening sky. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the hope that the dark past has brought us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Sing song of a day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. Hallelujah. You may be seated.
Habari Gani. Habari Gani. Nia. Nia means purpose. My name is MWLC Center. I am the Outreach Coordinator and Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Director at the YMCA of Kingston and Ulster County. Welcome to the 3rd Annual Margaret Wade-Lewis Center Kwanzaa Celebration. We reflect the principles of Kwanzaa in our daily lives. They are Umoja. Can everybody say Umoja? Umoja. It means unity. Kujichagulia. I'm so sorry. Swahili, which means self-determination, right? So I'm determined this year to actually pronounce that properly. It's the 3rd time I messed that up. Ujima, which means collective work and responsibility. So your presence here today is collective work and our responsibility to one another. Ujamaa, which means cooperative economics, putting our money together and pooling it to make sure that everyone's needs are met. Nia, today means purpose. The purpose that we are all here is to celebrate Kwanzaa and Pan-Africanism and everything that it represents, which means we're striving to be perfect in all our ways as human beings. And Kuumba, tomorrow, creativity. I implore you to be creative in every way that you can in order to reach the masses. And the last but not least, faith is Imani. That is the 7th day of Kwanzaa. So we actually want to represent ourselves, and we have many folks in this room right here. I would like you all to give a standing ovation for our, she's so shy, but I'm about to give you the long list of my mentors' work in this community. Miss Essie M. Lewis, Esquire, is the founder and president of the Margaret Wade-Lewis Black History Center. She is also who leads in principle as the Chief Diversity Equity Officer of Ulster County. Thank you so much. Thank you so very much. We also acknowledge the presence of our county executive, Jen Metzger, in the room. And of course, New Pulse's, we call him Coach in New Pulse, our Mayor, Tim Rogers. And our supervisor of New Pulse, wait, hold on. Neil, can I say your full name today? Mr. Neil B. That's what I call him. Yes, thank you so much. And we're going to implore Pastor Tobias, who's sharing this beautiful space with us, to bring us a word of prayer.
You're so gracious.
Oh, thank you.
You're so gracious. Thank you. Thank you. And it's so beautiful to see you all here. We are so glad. I am so glad to serve as pastor of a church that is so interested in thinking about this space not as ours, We think of ourselves as stewards of this building and are looking for ways to be able to support great things happening in the community. And this is obviously a great thing happening in this community and region, right? And that's really all I want to say is welcome.
We'd like to bring to the floor our elder, Miss Kate Himes, for our poetry reading.
First, expressing gratitude to be at a place in my life where I can appreciate being an elder. I am going to begin with a poem, not one of mine, but it's a poem that harkens back to a very long tradition. And like so many African American traditions, sometimes within families we don't pass down why we do what we do, we just do it. So this is a poem about an African American tradition, which I finally figured out when I was an adult. It grows out of the fact that starting in the 19th century, freedom came on January 1st. First in 1808, with the passage with the end of the international slave trade. Then in 1863, with the Emancipation Proclamation. And then 1865, with the 13th Amendment to the Constitution. So the night before each of those January 1st dates, people gathered together and they had what they called Watching for Freedom. They were watch night services in the places where we could gather, in our churches and in our homes. So the first poem, the poem I'm going to read before I do the libation, is by a poet named Kate Rushin, and the title of the poem is Watch Night. Yonder come day. Well, come on, child. Yonder come day. From O-Day, a New Year's Eve shout sung by Betsy Jones and singers of the Georgia Sea Islands. I seek and find the quiet the old ones sought. As they taught, I watch in silence, listen in awe. Our grandfather kneels and leans into his armchair, which sits back in the corner, his stuffing peeking out. He prays the way a man prays, his thumb and forefinger pressed into the triangle between his eyes, humming. Our grandmother, still wearing her apron, kneels next to one of the armless wooden dining room chairs, leans on her forearms, and clasped hands on the thin brown leather seat cushion. The intensity of her request showing in the squeeze tight of her eyes, the slight back and forth of her head, and the silent words coming from her lips. As the night turns, as the year turns, they pray us through to the other side. They pray us to the place where day breaks. Well, come on, child. Yonder come day. I'm going to begin the libation ceremony with a quote from a poem by Lucille Clifton. In the populated air, our ancestors continue. I have seen them. I have heard their shimmering voices singing. Lucille Clifton. In the Yoruba Orisha tradition, ancestors, Egan, are the foundation of everything. They are the link between what is seen and not seen on the earth. You can talk to them and ask for their help and guidance when you need it. Because they were once alive as humans, they have a good understanding of our needs, desires, and wants, even from the other side. When we eat, they eat. When we drink, they drink. First, I will pour libation and for the ancestors who in many ways led to this particular event, who brought us together, who are moving us forward. I pour libation for Richard and Ann Oliver, the family we do not yet know, the ones whose names have been lost to history, enslavement, and the Middle Passage. Ashe. As we walk upon the earth, our feet press against the bones of the ancestors on whose shoulders we stand. We believe that those who go before us make us what we are. When we walk on the earth, we literally stand on the shoulders of those whose bodies have been committed to the soil, the water, and the wind. Our ancestors influence our lives through heredity and culture. However, there is an even deeper connection to the ancestors as active spirits who continue to influence our lives. We humans honor. They in turn offer us guidance, protection, and prosperity. We treat our ancestors with loving reverence. In the Orisha tradition, we commemorate their work, their struggles, their triumphs. And now I will pour libation for the members of the Wine Coop family, Jane Dale, Thomas, John, Jacob, and Diana. To the family we do not yet know, to ones whose names are lost to history, enslavement, and the Middle Passage. Ashe. Ashe. To know the stories of our ancestors is to know our history. To know our history is to know where you are from. To know where you are from is to know where you are going. To know where you are going is to have the ability to dream outside the box that others may try to put you in. To dream outside the box is to know and believe in all that you could possibly become in the world. And to do that honors your ancestors. All their hard work and sacrifice have not been in vain. I pour libation for Dr. Margaret Wade-Lewis. Now I ask everyone to speak out the name of an ancestor you would like to honor. Let me hear you.
Martin Luther King.
Yes. And once again, to all the family we do not yet know, and to the ones whose names are lost to history, enslavement, and the Middle Passage, Ashe.
Ashe. We'd like to have the children go into the arts and crafts room at this time. Arts and crafts with Melanie G. Mark David will lead. Thank you so much.
So we have arts and crafts. The kids can follow Mark David over to the room.
Mark David, say hi. Wait. Mark David's like, there you go. At this time, we will have a word with our one and only S.C.M. Lewis Esquire, our president and founder of the Margaret Wade-Lewis Foundation.
Habari Gani. Habari Gani. Thank you. Someone said Nia. So Habari Gani, it is translated to what's the news. So that's what we say during the seven days of Kwanzaa. So I say Habari Gani, and you say the day that we're in. So today is the 6th day. It represents Nia, which is purpose. So when I say Habari Gani, you say Nia. Are we ready? Habari Gani. Nia. Excellent. So that's one of the African traditions, right? Call and response. So the leader or someone from the community will say the call, and then the community will respond. So I challenge you all to greet each other today with Habari Gani and for the next few days. I'm so happy to be here with you all. Thank you. It is a great honor and a pleasure to be here representing the Dr. Margaret Wade-Lewis Black History and Cultural Center. So I'm here to talk to you about Margaret Wade-Lewis Center. We are twofold. As you know, I am the founder and the president. We have a wonderful, very hard-working board that we have grown out. And the purpose and the mission of this organization is to, one, restore the Ann Oliver House. The Ann Oliver House was built by Jacob Wynkoop. He was one of the first Black men born free in New Paltz. He built this house for Ann Oliver. She was a formerly enslaved woman. She was a widower of a Civil War veteran. And to have this history here in New Paltz is so important, right? It's important not just for New Paltz, not just for the Hudson Valley, not just for Ulster County, but for our country and for our world. And I am so grateful that the village of New Paltz made me the steward of this property so that I might be able to restore it, preserve it, and then repurpose it to be the Margaret Wade-Lewis Black History Center. So in that, the Margaret Wade-Lewis Black History Center will do just that, right? Restore the property, continue to highlight Black history, which is American history, here in New Paltz and in the Ulster County area, and then share our culture, right? Celebrate the triumphs, the resilience, all of the things that Black Americans have brought to this country. So I'm so honored and happy to be here celebrating Kwanzaa with you all, because that's what Kwanzaa is about, sharing the traditions, enjoying each other. And so it's such an honor and a privilege to be here before you. Okay, so I have a few housekeeping things that I have to go through and These things are so important, and sometimes I skip by them, but it's very important that I take the time to thank all of the people who make this happen. We are, as I said, a working board, all volunteers. Every single person that you see, every time we have an event, anything that we do is by volunteers, so it's so important that that be known. People are doing this out of the goodness and kindness of their heart and their time, and I want people to understand how much I appreciate that and how important it is. So I want to, first and foremost, thank the board. Wait, hold on. Sorry, I'm going to reel it back. I get really excited because I love the board so much. But I first want to thank who made this happen. Obviously, the Redeemer Lutheran Church for having us in this beautiful space. Thank you, Pastor Tobias, for having us. Thank you so much, Eric, who's back there running the Zoom, doing tech, all the things for us. Eric just rolled out the red carpet. He was here with us last night, setting up, doing all these things, and all of those things are really important. People need to understand all the things that go into making something like this happen. People are like, yeah, just have an event. Okay, so to the Redeemer Lutheran Church, and Deacon Bill, who could not be here today, is one of our largest donors, and we just want to wish him well. I know he's not feeling well today, but we thank him, and we're sending him good wishes. We have a wonderful person on our communications committee. Her name is Shara Bartlett. She created the beautiful, our thing fell down. We have, behind you, you will see our beautiful logo. We have a website. We have this amazing branding that we do. That is done by Shara Bartlett, so I want to make sure I give a shout out to her and thank her. Shara, is she here? Shara, thank you. We have Drew, who's back there, who does sound for us. He's like catch-all, helping me to learn how to be an ED, do all the things for sound. He's always drumming, all those wonderful things. So thank you, Drew. Thank you to Center for Creative Education. We have many volunteers who brought food for you all, because the feast at the end of a Kwanzaa is one of the most important and always my favorite things to do. So we want to thank everybody for that. The beautiful centerpieces that you see were donated by Calico Nursery. And those centerpieces are going to go home with our lovely board. We like to give people their flowers when we can. So thank you. Board members, don't forget to take them. So thank you to Calico and Mark Massio for that wonderful donation. We have Michael Torres taking pictures. And Heather Nash, who made this beautiful balloon arch for us. So make sure that you guys take the time to take pictures with our beautiful decor and all of those wonderful things. Okay, there are so many people, so many people that I need to name, but I do want to bring my board up so that you can see them and be able to thank them. And I'm going to name by name. We have some people missing, unfortunately, because of COVID and sickness and all of the things. But Kate Himes is our vice president, and again, everybody is just working so hard. And so I just want to make sure I say thank you. So Kate Himes is our vice president. Our secretary, Margaret Stain, is also ill, not here today. We wish her well. We have a brand new treasurer. His name is Sahej Gupta. Our communications chair, Jenna Flanagan. Programming chair is Anthony Dandridge. We have a development chair. Sorry. Have to give time for the snaps and claps. Okay. Development chair, Bevan Duggan, who also we're sending well wishes to. Hopefully she's watching on Zoom. We have Vanessa Primus. Is Vanessa here? Not here. Okay. On governance. And then lastly, we have Karen, who is not on our board, but I just want to make sure you stand because she works so hard. She's our board advisor, and she's not on our board, but in every board meeting, doing everything. Can you bring me one of those, that big bag there? So outside, you guys may have seen that we are not selling, we have bags that are free with a donation of $30, and our board is getting today a hand-painted, one-of-a-kind version of those bags. And Anthony's dancing because he came to me before the event started, and he was like, sis, is the board getting a bag? I mean, so as you see, our wonderful artist, Melanie, who's in with the kids right now, hand-painted these bags for the board specifically. It's our first line of merchandise. It is hand-painted and crafted. And for a donation of $30, the bag is free to anybody who wants to buy it, to donate. And the artist is here, and so you can talk to her if you want a handcrafted, hand-painted, one-of-a-kind version as well. So I just wanted to make sure that we got that housekeeping out of the way. Thank you, board. I love you. I appreciate you for all that you do. And I'm going to have the board come back when we do the... So far, okay. Okay, thank you. Wonderful. So I went earlier this month to a Kwanzaa that was held at SUNY New Paltz by the Future Teachers of Color. They were phenomenal. And I said, you guys have to come, right? This is part of Kwanzaa, sharing, teaching, highlighting our young people, sharing with the community. And so they presented this wonderful slideshow to talk about Kwanzaa. And I said, you young people must come and present this slideshow at Kwanzaa. But as many of you know, college is in intercession now, right? So they were like, Miss Lewis, you got it. We're just gonna give you the slideshow. We want you to show it. But it is so wonderful and phenomenal. So I just wanna make sure that people understand Kwanzaa, understand the principles, understand why we light the candles, how we light the candles. So we're gonna go through this presentation. See if I know which button. Next slide. Okay, so the history behind the holiday. What is Kwanzaa? Time for reflection, right? It's a harvest festival, and your harvest doesn't just have to be the fruits and vegetables, right? This came from traditions where everyone was farming, but your harvest can be whatever your profession is, whatever was important to you, whatever good things you did this year, right? So this is a time when we reflect on what came new to our family. We have some new babies in the family, right? You might have gotten a promotion. Whatever it is, it's important to you. You should be reflecting and giving thanks on those things during this time of year with, of course, your family and community. We gather together. We have a feast, like I said. We honor our ancestors, as Mama Kate did so beautifully here, and we give thanks and we celebrate culture, African American culture and African culture. Next slide, please. And when is Kwanzaa? Obviously right now, right? It's 7 days, December 26th to January 1st. So the last day is on New Year's Day. And every single day there is a principle, and we light candles for each principle. Excuse me. Where is it celebrated? In the United States, across this country, in Africa, and then also widely celebrated in Jamaica. Kwanzaa was created by Malua Karenga, who was a Black nationalist and later became a professor. And it's important to understand that this holiday was created in 1966, and it was just after the Watts riot. And so you have to remember that this was a time of fighting for freedom for people of color, right? Freedom fighting for equality, all of these things, and to come together and to be able to share, have unity, enjoy the good things that have gone on, and celebrate each other was really important. The word Kwanzaa comes from the African language Swahili, Matunda ya Kwanzaa, which means the first fruits. So that's why you see on our table actually fruits and vegetables. And it is not a religious holiday. We are here in a church, but we are in the community center. It is a space, right, that the church says that they steward for community activity. So all faiths can celebrate Kwanzaa. The kinara, the candles, and the principles. This is the kinara that holds the candles. And there's 7 candles. They're lit every day. The candles consist of 1 black, 3 red, and 3 green. And they represent all 7 principles. So the 3 green candles, okay. There are 3 green candles that represent Nia, Kuumba, and Imani. And as you can see, they're getting so good now, advanced. This is capitalism, right? We have the letters, the names printed on our candles so we don't get it wrong. So the green represents Nia, Kuumba, Imani, and the land. We have the 3 red candles, Umoja, Kujichagulia, and Ujima. That represents the struggle or the blood that was shed. And then the 1 black candle representing the people. And so these are our 7 principles. Umoja is unity. Kujichagulia, self-determination. Ujima, collective work and responsibility. Ujamaa, cooperative economics. Nia is purpose. Kuumba, creativity. And the last one is Imani, faith. And when we light these candles, the board is going to come up and each light the candle, and they'll go through again and give you some examples, maybe a quote, maybe something from their own life experience that represents that candle and principle. And then we talk about the symbols and the customs. You'll see up here these ears of corn. They represent the children, the hope for the future. And so this place setting is really important to me and to the Margaret Wade-Lewis Center because this was actually Margaret Wade-Lewis's actual set. She loved to celebrate Kwanzaa. She celebrated it with our church family at Ebenezer Baptist Church. We did do watch night service. She celebrated it on campus with the students at home. And so my cousin so lovingly said to me, "Are you really going to leave all of this wax on here?" And I was like, "Well, it was my mom's." And she was like, "Got it. Check, we'll leave it." So this is why we have all of this place setting. So we have the ear of corn, we have the placemat, the makeka. Items are placed on it. They represent the culture and the history. And then we talked about the candle holder, which is the kinara, used to represent the roots of the ancestor and the continental Africa. And this one specifically has Africa. I think it's carved in. Yeah. Okay. Okay, and so other symbols. We do give gifts on Kwanzaa. The gifts that we should be giving for Kwanzaa are handmade gifts. So the children are in there making some crafts, right? That's the kind of gifts that we do and create during Kwanzaa. We also have the cup that we use for libation. Kaombi, cha Umoja, that represents unity of the ancestors and later generations. And then we do have some of the crops. And so the things that we do, the common customs, we sing, we dance, we drum, we share stories, and of course, eat and break bread together, which we'll do at the end. Okay, is that the last slide? So, like I said, this wonderful slideshow was created by the future teachers of color at SUNY New Paltz. So these wonderful students also gave some examples of some books that we can share with young people. And they had a reference page. And one of the future teachers was one of my daughters. We have Miss Sarah back there, who's my daughter's teacher at Duzine, and she had Maya Leslie, who was one of the future teachers of New Paltz, was a student, teacher, participant in the class. And I mean, it's so phenomenal, right? Sarah was a student of Margaret Wade-Lewis. One of these future teachers of color is now a student of Sarah's, right? This is how we carry on this tradition and so on. So if you're a teacher, if you want to have teachers of color, right? We need this diversity everywhere in our schools, right? So contact me, I will get you in contact with a future teacher of color so that they can be placed. They need student teaching opportunities and all these things, and they're phenomenal. We want to give them their due and lift them up. Okay, that's it for our Kwanzaa presentation. All right. So I'm going to ask that we bring the kids back, and we're going to actually do a run-through and celebrate Kwanzaa and light our beautiful candles. Now remember, normally we light one every day, but because we're here celebrating Kwanzaa together in a representative capacity, we're going to do all the candles now together. Good? Yeah. Habari gani? Yeah. Good, good, good. Okay, cue in the kids. And the board. So I'm gonna light and then I'm going to come on this side. So you use the black ones to light your candle.
That one stays there, and you grab the others.
Who we missing? We need Auntie Jenna. Where did Auntie Jenna go?
Can we reverse this so we can see which candle?
No, you know what it is, because you got the thing.
Okay.
You got this. Okay. 1, 2, do we have everybody? 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No. Okay. Okay, so the way we light it is the black candle first. It's the first principle, Umoja. It means unity. And an African proverb says, if you want to go quickly, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Okay. All right, young people. You guys are going to head to the mic. You're going to say Kujichagulia determination, and then she's going to read it.
Kujichagulia, self-determination. If I don't define myself for myself, I would be crunched into other people's fantasies for me and eating alive. Audrey Lloyd.
Very good. Okay. So this one's Kujichagulia. I'm going to help you later. This is how you light it. Ready? This is how we do it.
Just
We're going to do it with this.
press that.
We're going to do it with me.
I do the other one. There is no. Mommy, I see the wax.
Okay, let her put it down. Light it.
That one isn't putting down.
Okay, so we have
Oh my God, that is so big.
very
So big.
Very good. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Ujima, collective work and responsibility. It takes a village to raise a child, an African proverb. I would just like to say, in terms of collective work and responsibility, as Essie has already pointed out, what you see in front of you is the result of collective work in order to bring about the dream of having the Ann Oliver House restored so that it may become the home of the Margaret Wade-Lewis Center for Black History and Culture. Oh. No.
Yes.
Green.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's get out of the way. Let's get out of the way. Auntie Jenna.
All right, our next principle is Ujama. Ujama, cooperative economics. Money won't create success. The freedom to make it will. Nelson Mandela. Cooperative economics. I mean, I don't think there's a better time of year to think past the capitalistic inclinations of the season than during Kwanzaa, and to inhabit the idea that there is more to life than just capital and creating and earning, but actual community and people is so essential to the holidays. So Ujamaa, which is cooperative economics. Okay, that's the right one, okay.
Kuumba, creativity. Ask for what you want and be prepared to get it. Maya Angelou. When I think of creativity in this context, I can't help but think that just less than 2 years ago, the Margaret Wade-Lewis Center wasn't a thought yet. And it was really the vision of the village of New Paltz, having received the Ann Oliver House, to look for a community member, and it turned out to be S.E. Lewis, to become a steward of that house, to turn it into something that it wasn't. And that is in process now. That is creativity. It's seeing a house that looks like it has no potential and finding the potential. It's creating an organization with just a wish and a prayer and becoming something that's actually making an impact in an entire community.
Oh, kettle.
Well, all right, it's a green one.
Nia, which means purpose. Our quote is from Marian Anderson. If you have a purpose in which you can believe, there's no end to the amount of things you can accomplish. That's Marian Anderson. It's also important for us to understand that a purpose, because we live in a purposeful universe. Not only do human beings bring meaning to the world, but certain cultures, particularly African culture, understood that there is already meaning in the world. That meaning is defined by how different things impact the world. One thing that I would like to reflect on quickly is that in my own journey, I was an undergraduate, and my specialty is African and African American philosophy. I was in the philosophy department in undergrad at Temple University, and my philosophy professors told me that Africans don't philosophize. 3 years later, they sent me an email when I was in grad school, out of nowhere, but I always had great relationships with them. Said, we want you to teach a class on African and African American philosophy in the same classroom where I was told that we don't philosophize. That was an individual accomplishment, but at the same time, you need to understand that accomplishment is always grounded in community. My ancestors were speaking through me. The truth was speaking through me. Meaning is everything and everywhere. We live in as it relates to an African worldview, a meaningful universe. So when we talk about purpose, it's just not one thing. It's polysemiotic. It's many things. We just need to move intentionally, but also understand those intentions reverberate in a variety of different ways, as it relates to even Essie earlier mentioning how Sarah was a student of her mother's and who was also teaching a student that contributed to this PowerPoint that we watched today. The things that we do reverberate at all times. Everything has meaning. Some cultures are more aware of that as it relates to not only how they view the world, but also what it means to be a human being. If we understand that we are connected, we need to act like we are responsible for one another. Nia, purpose. The people, the people struggle for the land.
There you go.
The people struggle for the future.
This is so significant because my name's Emanuela and it's Imani. Faith is taking the first step even when you don't see the whole staircase. Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. I implore you to be faithful in all that you do. Do it with your whole heart. Lean not on your own understanding of what's coming, what's past, but know that whatever you do, if you do it with 100%, no matter what happens, the outcome will be purposeful, it will have meaning, and collectively, you show that you're responsible for the community around you. Live with purpose. Have faith. Happy Kwanzaa. Habari gani?
Nia.
Thank you. Thanks, bud. You're gonna stay? It's good.
It always takes a village. It always takes a village.
Yay, happy Kwanzaa.
Happy Kwanzaa. Oh, Anthony.
Let's get closer.
Do you want your mask on? Oh, yeah. Hold on. We'd like to invite our master programmer, Drew, from CCE for our closing ceremony, our dance. Before we go and festively eat together, we're going to have Mr. Drew come and lead us in some African dance. Thank you. Everyone, Drew Andrews of CCE.
Okay, 1, 2, mic check. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Welcome. Can you hear me? Okay, so we like to end this off on a high note. My high note normally is getting people to move. My joy is in my movement. It's in the music. So we have something called the Kwanzaa slide. I want you guys to the Kwanzaa slide. I'm telling you, you could get the Kwanzaa slide. Yeah, if we can take the table, kind of move it back a tad, just create some space. If you have some space around there, if you would like to clap and support us through percussion, if anybody want to jump on a drum and do whatever, but this is kind of how we stay connected. Don't forget your health into the new year. Get out, move more, get up, connect in that sort of way. My connection and showing love and community is through dance. It's through dance, Okay, so I want to go through this really fast. Come on, don't be shy, guys. Don't be shy. Come on. Yo, come on, I need some people here with me. Don't help me, don't make me do this alone, so watch. Now, if you're this way, we're gonna go here. We're just gonna take it easy. Yeah, stretch it out, my brother Anthony. Come on. Okay, Ms. President, you ready? Mark Anthony, let's do it, man. You're gonna do what I do. Okay, get loosey-goosey. Remember, the new year, we want to make sure that we move more, stay connected with community, more with movement. Don't forget, it's about connection, about community. Watch this. It's just going to go 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Right? Just nice and easy in that way. Okay, so we're going to go. And if you have enough room, they call this kind of like a grapevine. Go 1, 2, 3, tap. 1, 2, 3, tap. Back, 2, 3, hit. Yeah? So take it slow. You guys could just go inch on the side because I see you're pretty shy. And you don't want to come out on this floor with us. But it's okay. It's okay. And then we're going to ask Eric, when it's time, we're going to do it. Not yet. Give me a second. Let me get people nice. All right, take some good pics. My brother Mike. Okay, so here we go. We're going to go 7. We're going to go to the right. This is your right. And left. Good. Back it up. Back 4. Jump 2. And jumps 1. And jumps 2. And you're going to bring it down. And bring it up. You're going to front and back and front and back. That's it. That's it. Don't add too much to it. Don't be like, hey, just front and back and front. Take it easy today, you know. Happy Kwanzaa, everybody. It's a Kwanzaa movement. It's called the Kwanzaa slide. Then what you'll hear, they'll prep us to slide. They're going to say slide left, right? Whatever they say, just slide. Slide the way I'm sliding. Slide. Bring your arms up. It's going to say pump it. 2, 3. Power to the people. Come on, y'all. Power to the people. Okay, they're going to ask us to turn it like this. And then they're going to say slide. And then they're going to shake it down. And then they're going to say slide. 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 That's it. Nice and easy. Let's get some music. Let's see. Okay. Get loose, guys. Look, you got the whole table. Just clap for us, guys. Clap. Just move. If you want to clap. Yes. Okay, let me work on the music. Okay.
Put your fist up high and turn it all around.
Take it to the right.
I have
side to side and shake it down to the ground.
Just slide and then stop.
Slide and then stop.
Slide, slide, slip and slide. That's right.
Do the Kwanzaa slide. You're cordially invited to the party of the year.
Come on, it's a family affair. Dressed to impress in your red, black, and green.
Looking like African kings and queens.
Do you know what Kwanzaa means?
It means first fruits in Swahili.
Habari Gandhi.
What's the news? Beat us on the floor with your dancing shoes.
Yeah.
Happy Kwanzaa. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy Kwanzaa. Come on, everybody, and show you how. Do the Kwanzaa slide. 7 is the magic number.
Remember, movement should be the key moving into the new year. You feel better, your brain works better, movement. It's very good. Okay, take it again and turn it up. The energy is in the music.
Happy Kwanzaa. Happy Kwanzaa. Come on, everybody, and show you how. Do the Kwanzaa slide. 7 is the magic number. Yeah, it's Kwanzaa time. Family, culture, community. Yeah, you know the vibe. Party don't stop 7 days and nights. Do the Kwanzaa slide.
Take it to the left. Put your fist up high and turn it all around.
Take it to the right. Rock side to side and shake it down to the ground.
Just slide and then stop.
Slide and then stop. Slide, slide, slip and slide. That's right. Do the Kwanzaa slide. You're cordially invited to the party of the year.
Come on, it's a family affair. Dressed to impress in your red, black, and green.
Looking like African kings and queens.
Do you know what Kwanzaa means?
It means first fruits in Swahili.
Habari Gandhi.
What's the news? Beat us on the floor with your dancing shoes. Come on, everybody, and show you how. Do the Kwanzaa slide. 7 is the magic number. Yes, Kwanzaa time. Family, culture, community. Yeah, you know the vibe. Party don't stop 7 days and nights. Do the Kwanzaa slide.
Take it to the left. Put your fist up high and turn it all around.
Take it to the right. rock side to side and shake it down to the ground.
Just slide and then stop.
Slide and then stop. Slide, slide, slip and slide. That's right, do the Kwanzaa slide.
Unity, purpose, self-determination starts with your family and then with the nation.
You gotta have faith and creativity, collective work, responsibility.
Cooperative economics is the topic, or how you spend the money in your pocket.
Do the Kwanzaa slide, just rock it. Whatever you do, just don't stop.
Take it to the left, put your fists up high and turn it all around.
Take it to the right, rock side to side and shake it down to the ground.
Just slide and then stop.
Slide and then stop.
Thank you for joining us. You are welcome to feast with us at this time. Please find your seat. You can shake a leg if you need to use the restroom. We have a slideshow that's getting ready to play. Enjoy the slideshow as we prepare your meals. Thank you for joining us. We have, come on, third generation, let's go. Clark, you want to say it now? No? Well, okay, come on.
Mic check. The food will be out. They're bringing the food out in 10 minutes. The food will be coming to the room, and it'll be like a buffet style dinner. So, yeah, hang out.
This is fantastic. Yep.
How you doing? Good. Yes, brother. Food will be out in 10 minutes.
Oh, there it is. MWLC Center.
That one?
Yep.
Is it? No, just go.
You can play it from right from here and copy it if you want to. But it might take us. There it goes.
Is there? If anyone wants to, anyone want to jump on the drums? Come back. We can do a little drumming before the food gets here. Any drummers? Let's drum. Let's drum. Grab a drum. Any drummers? Community drum time. Thank you.
You're welcome. I work for Hudson Valley which is a weekly newspaper, and I took some pictures of the dancing. Would you mind giving me your name for captions for my photos?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's Bryant, B-R-Y-A-N-T, first name. Drew, that's what everyone knows me as. D-R-E-W, Andrews.
Bryant Drew Andrews. A-N-D-R-E-W-S. Thank you. And you're a musician and a dancer?
Oh, actually, yeah, I'm the executive director of the Center for Creative Education. What's her name? Cynthia? Wait, the other reporter.
Fran?
No.
Here?
No, in Kingston. From Hudson Valley 1.
Is it a woman or a man?
Woman.
A photographer or a writer?
A writer and photographer. She takes pictures, she covers.
It's not Dan, right?
No.
I
thought it was Cynthia. No? Okay.
Is she an older lady?
Yes.
Yeah, her name is... She's married to Hugh.
Oh,
Hugh... Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying. But you're Brian, Drew, and...
Everyone knows me as Drew. People wouldn't even know Drew, but Brian, a councilman in Kingston, and they know me as Brian, Drew, Andrew, but mainly Drew.
Is that correct?
That is.
Okay.
Drew.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Thank you for covering this.
I love this. First time I ever went to a dance. I learned. I don't go home and read more, so I really know.
Thank you.
Sorry.
How you feel? Jump on down. Me neither. My son. So I usually do a beat. And then you jump in. Just catch a beat. Now that's a doom doom. That's a dim dim. This is a stick drum. That's a different hand drum. So in order to hear it, you gotta keep it on an angle, wrap your legs.